Why is it offensive to call someone fat who is
Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking. Kindly subscribe to this beautiful channel. So in today's video, we are talking about why is it offensive to call someone fat. Before we start, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more content like this. So you guys have put the videos together so that you watch and learn, and I'll be back to share my true sense, what I think about today's video.
why is it offensive to call someone fat who is fat?
Hello, certified fat person here, and I'm more than happy to answer your question if you really do want an answer, which I'm not so sure you do. To start, I refer to myself as fat, and I don't care if other people refer to me as fat, and that's because I don't see the word fat as a bad word. Even if someone tries to insult me by saying you're fat, my response is yes and. It took a lot of work to get to this point, and that's because, like many other words in our language, the word fat has a dark history where it has been used to belittle, insult, and dehumanize. So for a lot of people, it's very difficult to shake this history when they hear the word fat. And if you want the word fat to be used in the same way as skinny, thin, fit, then you need to use it in a way that's not derogatory, which quite frankly, you did not do in your video. So if someone you deem fat prefers to refer to their body as curvy or plus size, they have every reason in the world to do so, and you need to respect it. Thanks.
People feel okay shaming fat people for being fat. The thing with body positivity, it isn't, or it shouldn't be, about just accepting yourself the way that you are and then never striving to be better. What's important is a lot of people who are overweight, sure, there are some who literally just go to Dunkin' Donuts too much, whatever, but like there are also people who have other conditions that have contributed to that obesity. And even if it hasn't, people who are obese are more likely to suffer from depression, insecurity, etc., which is kind of understandable. When you shame fat people, that actually lowers their motivation to improve themselves. Because if somebody is, especially if they're really obese, odds are they are binge eating as a coping mechanism. And so it's not body positivity as in just accept yourself the way you are, never do anything differently. It's body positivity in, hey, this is your body. Be positive by the fact that this is your body. And it's that actually motivates the change, not the shame.
So sick of people commenting on women's bodies. I went to a wedding this weekend and someone came up to me and said, "You look great. Didn't you just have a baby?" I said, "No, actually it's already been almost 2 years. He's a toddler now." And she was like, "Oh, okay. Well, it takes a while for the weight to come off. Don't worry about it." I was so shocked. I keep replaying it in my head, wishing I said that was rude, because it was implying that I need to lose weight still. And it's not a conversation or your business to talk and ask about weight and how you look, or you'll get there, you'll bounce back. I'm not gonna lie, I've been so good on my body acceptance journey. I really share that with you guys here, but that messed with me all weekend. Like, I was like, do other people in the room think that it's noticeable change? All these thoughts that I've worked so hard to override, her making that comment really just surged a lot of insecurities and negative self-talk that I had to totally just punch away, because I don't want to go down that road again. Other people I don't have control over. I only have control over me, and not letting me internalize so much of what she said and know that I have a standard for myself. I need to be like confident in my skin. And I kind of wish I said something in the moment. I was a little too shocked in the moment to say something, but next time we're going to say something. It's seriously so cringe too. Who says that?
Hey, the word obese is garbage, and here's why. First, the word obese literally means something that's eaten itself fat, which is not only deeply stigmatizing, but it's also inaccurate for many fat people who are not fat because of eating. There are many reasons why people are fat. Some include food, but many do not. Next, the word obese didn't enter common usage until the 1830s when Adolf Quetelet invented the BMI. Today, the word obese only has significance within the context of the BMI, and it has no value outside of that structure. If you haven't watched my video about how terrible the BMI is, pause this and go do that. If we are to stop using the BMI, which we should, that also means dismissing its components. We actually don't need to pathologize body size in order for doctors to treat fat patients. In fact, the quality of care increases dramatically when doctors do not pathologize fat patients. For all of these reasons and more, please just use the word fat. It's a morally neutral descriptor.
All right, I've got a bit of a moral dilemma, all right? I call everyone fatty. That's just what I do, right? Don't hate me, don't love me, just accept me. just accept me for who I am, right? But my thing is, I've recently been thinking, right? I go, you're a fatty, you're a fatty, you're a fatty, you're a fatty. What if there's someone in the group that I'm doing it to that's might be on the bigger side, which is fine. I'm on the bigger side sometimes too, but is insecure about their weight. You can't single them out by not calling them fatty. You can't be like, you're a fatty, you're a fatty, you're a fatty. You're not a fatty, right? But then you're calling them fatty. You're calling someone their exact insecurity. And it's a very serious moral dilemma. What do you do? I would argue you just have to call them fatty.
So that's the video, guys. So I'm just here to share my true sense, what I think about today's video. So let's be real, calling someone fat is not just harmless weight, it carries a lot of weight. Okay, but why does it hurt so much? In today's video, I'll break down the emotional, cultural, and psychological impact of this label. It's not just a word. Okay, first let's talk about why fat is not that the same as saying someone is tall or short. While it might technically describe body size, the truth is society has turned it into an insult. It's rarely used as a nature term. Instead, it's loaded with judgment, shame, and negativity. Calling someone fat reinforces harmful stereotyping, suggesting they are lazy, unhealthy, or unworthy of respect. But here's the truth: someone body size doesn't define who they are. Okay, there's also the emotional toll. Words have power. When you call someone fat, it doesn't just roll off their back. It can stick with them for years, affecting their self esteem and mental health. Studies show that body shaming can lead to anxiety, depression, and eating disorders. What might seem like a small comment to you could be the trigger for someone's downward spiral. Prioritizing this section if possible. I have spoken to people who have shared how deeply these labels hate them, especially when they come from loved ones. So there's also society standards. Apart from the problem is that toxic beauty standards we see in media. Everywhere we look, thinness is glorified, while larger bodies are often mocked or ignored. When society equates thinness with beauty and healthy and success, anyone who doesn't fit the mold is unfairly judged. But guess what? Healthy doesn't look the same for everyone, and beauty comes in all shapes and sizes. The words matters also. Think about this. Why do we even feel the need to comment on someone's body? What do we gain from it? More importantly, what does the other person lose? Respect, confidence, dignity. Instead of focusing on physical appearance, why not compliment on someone's kindness, intelligence, or creativity? Those are the things that really matters, guys. So you have to encourage kindness also. At the end of the day, everyone is fighting their own battles. A simple word can either lift someone or tear them apart. Let's choose kindness. If you want to create a world where people feel loved and accepted, we have to start by being mindful of the words we use. Okay? So what can we do? Stop using the word fat as an insult and challenge the stereotype that comes with it. Let's celebrate diversity and treat everyone with respect. Okay, so I've come across like a lot of people have talked about this. Some were fat shamed by their loved ones. Okay, all I know is that if you have a loved one, you're supposed to be protected by them. They're supposed to guide you. If they say, okay, now you're gaining a lot of weight, they might show you how you can lose it. Okay, it's either you go to the gym or maybe you start observing the health, the food you eat, or maybe you eat at the mall every time, or maybe you go to fast food cafes. Or encourage you to start cooking at home because those are the health meals. You have to replace sweets to apples and other fruits which are healthy, and you also have to eat reduce meat, reduce calories, all these things. You have to reduce a lot of fat. Okay, some are body shamed by their loved ones, especially if it's coming from your husband. It hits bad. Sometimes back, I was talking to a woman who just gave birth. 2 weeks later, the husband started complaining that she has gained a lot of weight. But this is the person who was pregnant. Can't you just understand? Can you give this body some time? Because pregnancy brings a lot of changes with your body. Okay, so can you chill out? And if you love your wife, why can't you just show her the ways to do how to lose weight? Try to go to the gym, eat this food, you're supposed to do this. People listen. Okay, if they're ready to try, just give them time to try. And you just don't expect someone just to stand just in there and there because you have spoken. No, it takes them time to digest if this is really what they're looking for and this is really what they want. Okay, it's really important, guys. So another thing that I want to talk about, guys, is we have also to set boundaries. Okay, if someone is talking to you, they're not supposed to cross boundaries. Have a limit where someone can talk to you and you listen to them like that. They don't have to cross that line. If they cross, then you have the problems together because people don't know how to talk. People just judge people because they see them the way they're seeing, but they don't know how inside they are. So for me, I don't judge people. I need to speak to you. We interact. If I see you're a good person or not, just from the interaction, I'm able to tell if this person is good or not. Okay, so yeah, so those who want to start relationships, intentional, being intentional is very important. Okay, don't just date for dating. You need to know where you stand, whatsoever. You need to do all that. So guys, I don't want to waste much of your time. All I can say for now is bye bye. I'll see you in the next episode.